Hey there, fellow Factorians. Onerous here with another episode of Bob's and Angel Seablock, and we are standing here looking at what we've created with our setup for basic electronic circuits. So, what I want to try and do today is look at some equivalent for red circuits, which we'll see how we go. Anyway, just the one comment of note from the last episode about the electric boiler. So electric boiler, max consumption 1.2 megawatts. That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. And we only got 50 megawatts. Like that's at max consumption. I'm not actually sure what's going to be considered max consumption. I'm not using a whole heap of steam, so it's probably not too much of an issue. But the point is, this is kind of a place where we could put a regular boiler. We don't need to have an electric boiler here, so I think I'm actually going to do that. And a boiler 2. I don't think we need a boiler 2. It just consumes more. It does at a higher temperature. So the temperature of the steam does matter for things like this. The hotter the steam, the faster it is. And what does it say? 20% from your first boiler, 20% is 80 kilowatts. Anyway, yeah, we don't need that. So let's put this boiler here in and get an inserter to grab from there, and that way we'll use some of this charcoal, which will use some of the green fiber, green algae. And allow the brown algae to keep going. So we'll see how this all pans out. All right, that being said, the other thing I want to do is probably have a box. I think what I should do is let's put a box here, and we'll have a couple of stacks of basic electronic boards available, and then we want to do two sides. So this one's putting on that side. So if we offset you there, but you drop off there like that. There we go. Yeah. So you're now doing it on that side too. Okay. We're good. Let's pop those back in there. And we probably should have some on us. Okay. So this will enable us to carry some around and use it. All right, so red circuits. We've got our setup over here. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The only thing we need to do is get this resin. It feels like a shame to rebuild this. I think we're gonna send this resin over here because everything else. So let's just double check this. So apart from the resin, we've got wooden boards. We've got lead. We've got silicon and plastic. Okay, so those are the big things, silicon and plastic, which we're not producing on the bus. We're not really producing much plastic at all, are we? Maybe that's something that we should be looking at. All right, because there is a way to make plastic. There is a way to make plastic from other things. As far as the silicon goes, why is that stopped? Have we just got one? We must just have one stack of silicon going. That doesn't seem right, does it? Maybe something has stopped this production. Oh no, yeah, we've just got a couple. Let's open you up to 1,000 because we do have a little bit of silicon available. So we want to put that on the bus. Probably not. Let's do a little test, see what it's actually used for. Monosilica is used for wafers and something else that is probably never going to be used. That looks like a science thing. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's this science. Whatever this science is. Do we need this science for the silo, or is that past silo? Is this the equivalent of yellow science, or is this production science? Let's have a look at the silo. Yeah, it does need that purple science. All right. So that is, the purple is the production science equivalent. All right. We do need some silicon. We do need some plastic. Get rid of you. Okay. Silicon and plastic on this bus. Silicon and plastic on this bus. Well. What's going on with our green science, by the way? We're out of Atmos. You're out of circuit boards because these are actually using wooden boards. Well, there you go. We can kind of either send wooden boards there, or we could send basic circuit boards. That's backing up. That's backing up. Can we do something here where we make a second lot of these? So you and you. All right. Because we seem to be making this a little bit quicker. I stuffed that up, didn't I? Pick up there, drop off there. Well, you only have to pick up there. All right. So that's got enough paper. That's producing enough paper. It is. It is. All right, we've got heaps of cellulose, and it's only cellulose that this is using. Okay. Yeah. Now we're actually using up our fiber. All right, and we got a little bit more production. That's actually pretty good. So if I wanted to send this around this way, yeah, we could do that. We can do that. We'll just do that. And I think we are going to have to bring it along like this, which is a little weird, but that's okay. All right. I kind of stuffed that up, but at the same time, it just doesn't matter because we can do that. There we go. All right. So now we get some wooden boards going that way, and that will automate our green science, which I can't believe actually wasn't properly automated. All right. In the interim, of course, I should probably just go grab some wooden boards that we have. We've got like 1 million of them lying around. Let's do that. Because at some point, I probably should have just left this here. We're going to use these boards up. We don't have all these boards lying around, but this will help the supply here. Okay. Yeah, because boards are what's slowing you down. We've pretty much got a full thing there. All right, let's. I think the only way we're going to get silicon here is by having this on the bus. So that's something we'll have to do. I guess we put it on the other side of here. That's probably a logical conclusion. Okay. Well, okay. We're not going to need that much of it. We could have it. We could have the silicon kind of half. I was going to say half on, but in reality, let's make that a bit bigger. We could have the silicon. We could have the silicon as just half a belt, because realistically, we don't need more than half a belt, do we? You go there. You go there. And yeah, that's probably what we need to do. We need to start using half belts. All right. So there's our silicon on the belt. The next thing, next thing is plastic. All right. Here we are going to need another one of you. There we go. Okay. Let's just see how we're going with yellow undergrounds up here. We've only got 34 because you're out of iron. We've actually got a fair bit of iron on us. We'll just dump that in there. All right. That should allow you to keep operating. Do we have any tin? Yeah, we got a little bit of tin. Okay. So the next thing is plastic, and our current plastic production is pretty woeful. It's pretty woeful. We've got some research going. Let's have a look at our options here for plastic. All right. So plastic bar actually only comes from liquid plastic here. All right. So this was our farming option, which is pretty slow. The propene is what we're currently using from methanol. We don't have access to these techs. Oh, excuse me. Raw bioplastic and acetone. Don't know if this is. I don't know if this is really something we can do. Swamp tree arboretum. We need a swamp tree to make that, don't we? Swamp tree. I think that's the problem. To make these arboretums, you actually need the type of tree, and we don't have a swamp tree, so we can't do that because this is all desert. This is all desert biome. All right, cellulose fiber, acetic acid, and propionic acid. We are making this somewhere, but this requires a green metal catalyst, and we've been down this road before, haven't we? It's not they're not the easiest things to get. We've got a fair bit going here though, which is nice. What's going on over here? Yeah, it's okay. All right. Man, we need to find a better source of methanol, don't we? Because I think that's the I think the propane is the simplest. The propane from methanol or naphtha with a red metal catalyst, which is the easy one, copper and iron. That's actually pretty tempting, I've got to say. So we've got a fair bit of naphtha. In fact, I think we've got a full 150k. So we can easily put some steam into that and make it. It's the catalyst. It's the catalyst that's always the issue. Always the issue. All right. We can manually fill that. And this makes 100 in 4 seconds, which is actually pretty good. But this way here with residual gas, which we can use for not much at this point. Liquid fuel, yep. All right. That's right. Okay. Well, methanol from cellulose fiber. Methanol from cellulose. It's very, very slow. Okay, now I remember this. Very, very slow. But oh boy, that would make life easy, wouldn't it? That would make life really easy. Maybe okay. Okay, how do we make this work? For the green fiber, for the green algae, we needed mineralized water and something else. It's just here. Mineralized water and carbon dioxide. All right, we have charcoal available for the carbon dioxide. That's an easy one. How do we make mineralized water from the bus? I don't know if that is an option. Mineralized water, crushed water and stone, sulfuric wastewater, purified water. It's okay. It is just water and crushed stone. That is the best outcome for that. I mean, I guess we can pipe this stuff. We can pipe this stuff down. If we make plastic over here. And then feed it onto the bus, that's probably the go, isn't it? All right, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and make plastic here as a material production. And I think like this kind of thing, what we should have, in hindsight, the base layout we should have done is material production here, science production here. So anyway, let's try and make some plastic here from more algae farms. All right. More algae farms. What are we missing to make more algae farms? Some stone brick. And how many green circuits we got? We've got 200 green circuits, actually. That's pretty good. All right, let's go grab some stone brick. And probably some steel as well while we're in the neighborhood. Actually, we've got a heap of steel. Don't need that. We need some stone brick, though. All right. So we got a plan. So this is making let's just see how many it's making first. Okay, one of these, we need to get this up here. Mineralized water is used for green algae. This is making 3 a second. 3 a second. Wow, that's actually pretty good. All right. So 2 of these fills a belt. 2 of these fills a belt. That doesn't sound right, but it is. But it is. Okay. So with that green algae, we get. I'm gonna make 4 of them. We're gonna fill 2 belts. We're gonna fill 2 belts because this is a very slow process for plastic. So if we make 4 of them, we can fill 2 belts, and then we make the cellulose fiber, and then that turns into methanol gas. Let's have a look what. There it is. This is done in a chemical plant. Yep, cool. Chemical plant 1 in 20 seconds. And then from that, nope, don't go back. Give that me. From that, we then do a steam cracker. All right, easy. We'll burn off that residual gas, I think, down in that section. So I came over here for a reason. And now I can't remember what it was. It was landfill. That's right. All right, let's grab a few stacks of that. We got a bunch of useless research that we've been doing. Fish processing, raw fish oil. And then that raw fish oil turns into fish oil and mineral oil. And the fish oil becomes fermentation base. That's an interesting little thing. We were just looking fermentation base and lubricant. Yeah, that actually could be useful in the near future. Electronic machines too. Yeah, sure, why not? That's just a crafting speed of 2.25, which is not too bad. Grinding, we will need grinding down the track. This is what we use to make crystals. And advanced chemistry actually gives us a chemical plant too. You know what? I'm going straight for that because we could use that right about now. Just a little bit faster. So crafting speed of 2.25 rather than 1.5 that we currently have. All right. Okay. Let's build this out. And we've got 4 of these. They're pretty big. 1, 2. We need to pipe on both sides. One is mineralized water, and the other is mineralized water and carbon dioxide. If we do this, we share a pipe, but then we can't. Actually, I'm just going to do this. We're going to do this, and now we're 2. Okay, let's start at the top this time, where we're actually constrained for space. All right. So we're going to start here. I'm going to come down 1, and we're going to do 4 of these like that. Perfect. All right. And they're all going to do the same thing, and we can then have 2 belts going like this. All right, 2 belts going like that. Not 3 belts, just 2. Just 2. All right. Oh man, my nose is itchy. Sorry about that. That's very off-putting. Not that anyone looks at the picture. Not that anyone looks at the video, so that's good. All right, so let's get green algae 2 here. And you know what? I could feed this into the production we have down here. Because I was thinking at some point we should separate out the green and the brown algae, but not today. All right. There we go. We're missing that one. Again, we actually kind of need these to be over this side. Let's pop on there, like that. All right, just like that. Perfect. You guys will do that. And we can actually get rid of all of that. And then you guys do that. And we can get rid of that. Okay. You're going to drop off there. But offset to there. And you're just going to offset to... Right, so there's 2 belts. Now, we need carbon dioxide here. We can get that very easily, very quickly. Where is our charcoal? Where is our charcoal? Our charcoal is way over here. Okay, okay. Charcoal is way over here. What I'm going to do is bring it across here, and then we're going to put in another line over here. This is not ideal, but it'll do. It'll do. All right. Another line over here. There we go. Charcoal coming to us. Charcoal coming to us. Let's not put one of you. We'll need one of you over to there, and across here. Beautiful. All right. There's some charcoal. There's some charcoal. We want that to come up to make some carbon dioxide. We'll just do it. We will do it here. We don't need to bus off at this point. We may need some more stuff. Not that. Carbon dioxide. There we go. All right. Let's power you up, and let's get somewhere where we can have an inserter, and then you doing that. And you're away. All right, so there's some carbon dioxide. Now we need to hook this up to the mineralized water. I think we are going to need another row a little bit higher here. Probably just one would have done it, but got to keep it square. All right. In fact, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out when we get there, which is going to be very, very soon. Yeah, that's not going to work. Which I remember having this issue with this stuff. So let's do this. We're going to get over to some mineralized water. Mineralized water. That's mineralized water? That is mineralized water. All right. So let's, no, not there. I guess there. Tap into you like that. Mineralized water, mineralized water, mineralized water. Not a lot of mineralized water, I gotta say. Where's our mineralized water production? So this is creating mineralized water, but it's doing nothing because we're not making any sulfuric wastewater because we've got no. What's going on? What's stopped? All right, something's wrong. Look at that. No charcoal. We're out of charcoal again. Yeah, that's something we've got to keep an eye on. I should have another one of these guys. Here we go. Another speaker. I need to make some more wire too. Where is that red wire? Is it? Was it part of this one? Oh, it is. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Let's just make a bit more red wire. All right. So get a speaker, pop it here, get some red wire. All right. We'll set this quiet, global playback, show alert, not sound. Sorry, just show alert. We want to show when charcoal is less than 200. This is less than one stack. Show a, what are we doing? This is sludge or slurry. I can't remember which one it is. Mineral sludge. Yes. Okay. Mineral sludge. There we go. All right. That should give us a little bit more warning. Our research is just cruising along. Coal processing, it's a joke. It's a joke. All right, let's get some of these smelting issues, which we're never going to use. So bronze, just more ingots, but better outcome. Chrome ingots. How do we even make chrome ingots? From chrome ore. We don't have any chrome ore. Coal processing, sure. Coolant. I'm not even going to bother looking at coolant. I don't think I ever used it in the previous one. Maybe we'll find a use for it this time. Copper smelting. What is that? Oh, yeah. So we start using oxygen and get some better results. Yeah, we could probably do that at some point. Gunmetal. That doesn't sound like something we're going to need. Why am I doing this again? I've got to remember, if we're not using stuff that, if we're not researching stuff that's meaningful, we might as well do stuff that we'll need for our science. All right. So that is titanium, rocket boosters, radars 2. We are going to need to get some military science as well. Okay, that's good to know. Polishing is the follow-up from grinding. Chlorine processing, that's interesting. Propene and chlorine makes some fancy stuff. And sodium hydroxide makes even fancier stuff. And that even fancier stuff makes glycerol, which I'm sure there's a use for at some point. All right. Well, there's some research that we'll let that run. Well, look at that. Things are back here. Okay. We're back up and running. Mineralized water. We do have other mineralized water production. And is it not hooked up? Wow, you are just really, really slow. We do have fast inserters, don't we? What is required to make a fast inserter? Bronze. We've got brass, but not bronze. Or do we have bronze? Let's have a look. What do we make down here? That looks like... it's hard to see. Is that the same symbol as this one? It is. That is. We must have bronze. Okay. Let's go get some bronze and make some fast inserters that we can use. It is bronze. Okay, cool. So yeah, look at that. We can make fast inserters. We can make stack inserters. Fast stack inserters. How interesting. All right. Let's make one of them. Let's make one of them and I don't pop it here. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. Yeah, considering we're actually struggling to output. You know what? I'm going to make 2 stack inserters. We're going to put stack inserters here. See if that makes a difference. All right. Well, it makes a difference in that it's not working. It's definitely quicker. What's our stack size? It's only 2. I think our regular... Hang on a minute. These have a stack size of 2. All right, we haven't researched any stack bonuses, have we? No, we haven't. Okay, let's add a few of them to the list then. Yeah. Okay. Now, well, these were a waste. But they'll get there in the future. All right. And we do have this inputting onto the other side. I might actually offset this over to that side, and then the stuff that's coming here on the other side will allow us to keep going. All right, that's about as good as it's going to get for now. All right, let's see if that's enough mineralized water to actually get these guys going. It doesn't look like it, does it? Mineralized water is dead, absolutely dead. Is this last one operational? No, none of these are seeing any mineralized water. Of course they're not. Of course they're not, because we actually haven't hooked it up. There we go. All right, very, very slowly. But these take what, 15 seconds? So interesting. We might actually have enough. We might have enough once these take their 15 seconds to go. It could be enough. Could be enough. All right. Enough of this lollygagging about. Let's get one of these and make some cellulose fiber. Cellulose fiber, here we go. This one, green, okay. So you're using 5 a second. What do we say we're producing? 3 a second. So that's 6, we're producing 12. Each one of these is essentially a full thing here. All right. So if we do that, and then have what did I say this is using? 5 a second. Wow. All right. We'll get. Well, I guess we make some more fast inserters. let's make 1, 2, 3 more of them, and we'll put these here like this. Right, do that and that. Copy that to there. Now, how do we turn this into methanol? It's in a chemical plant. And this is using, gosh, I should have checked that. So this is using less than 1 a second, and this is each producing more than 2 a second. All right. We should be able to get some pretty good use out of this, especially if I make a couple of chemical plant 2s, which have a bit of an increased production. So we'll make 4 of them, and then I'm going to make another 8 because I might as well have some in my inventory that we can pop down elsewhere. And if it's only steel that's stopping this, let's grab some more steel. Let's not go too crazy on the steel because that's going really slow. All right. Yep. Steel is fairly slow on the uptake, I should say. But we now have a couple of chemical plants. So what I want to do is I want to put them like this, and then the next one there. And you guys are making methanol. Must be this one. Yeah, there we go. Cellulose into methanol, like that. You guys can do that. You guys can do that. We'll have that there. All right, so now we have a bunch of methanol. Each one of these is making 3 a second with a crafting speed of 2.25. I didn't really take that into account when I was looking at the numbers, so maybe we've got too many of these now. So it's making 6 a second, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be at max 24 a second. 24 a second. If we want to crack that into propane, 24 a second, yeah, one of these will do it. All right, let's get ourselves a steam cracker. There we go. One of these will do it. That's nice. All right. Let's do that. Let's hook these 2 up, and let's get our steam cracker. Oh yeah, we're still making some of those. We'll let them finish off because I don't want to cancel them. Well, we could cancel them and the materials just go into our inventory. It's actually no big issue, but it doesn't take long. How are we doing for pipe? While I'm in the pipe area, I might grab another 100 of them. Yeah, we're still going all right for pipe. All right. So steam cracker. We'll need steam as well. Let's not forget about that. Let's make another boiler. Let's make another boiler 1, boiler 2, just a boiler 1. All right. So steam cracker. Let's get you in here, and you are going to make propane. Steam cracking methanol into propane. I guess we do that like that, and then we need our steam coming in here. All right. So our boiler will do this. We'll have pop some pipe here so we can tee off this if we need some steam elsewhere. Let's get you boiling, and then we just need to get some water in there. We can get some water from over here. I feel like we've got a lot of offshore pumps, and apparently I'm out of, like here. There's another one right there. Yeah, I feel like we've got just a lot of offshore pumps that we could kind of amalgamate into one. So each produce 1,200 water a second, and we're not using anywhere near that in some of these setups. You know what? I'm going to do that now. I'm going to try and get this one to come over here. Look at that. I think that'll work. It does. Works out quite nicely, actually. There we go. All right. And then all we need is to power you up, and you don't have any steam because I've connected this incorrectly, that's why. Now there's a power pole in the way, that doesn't help. Alright. There we go. You're now going, we need a flare stack for this residual gas. And now we have our propane. We should put that into a tank. I should definitely put that into a tank. I've got a petrochem oil tank. There's actually no reason why not to use the oil tank, but I like to think that we should stick with the appropriate ones, because why not? All right, let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, we'll come out to here. We are going to need more power down here. We got our huge tank here. All right, let's just place it like this. Here. We really need to get into the habit of putting some pumps in like that. All right. Now we're going. These guys are working. Yeah, you're not really working. Well, I guess they are. Okay, it's all right. I feel like we're doing okay. I feel like we're doing okay now. All right. Yeah, we got 2K propane. So propane into liquid fuel. We're at 36 minutes. Oh my gosh. How does this always happen? Liquid plastic from propane is done in a chemical plant. Of course it is. And then that into plastic is done in one of those. All right. Let's extend this out again. Chemical plant 2, which we now have, which is nice. All right, let's yeah, we'll do it here. And you are making plastic, liquid plastic. There we go. Let's get some power to you. You use how much propane? 20 a second. How much are we making over here? If this was running at full speed, this is actually making 40 a second. No, yeah, 40 a second. So it could support 2, but I don't think we have enough methanol production to actually make this operate at full speed. So I think one of these is probably enough. You're making 5 liquid plastic a second, and if you make plastic, how much do you use? You use 20 liquid plastic a second. All right, so well, that's a thing. Okay, let's just hook you in like that. Yeah, I think having our propane tank filling up here is fine. And now I want to have this coming out onto the bus, and I think that's probably where we're going to end this episode, because that seems like a pretty good spot. All right, so let's get you coming down here. Let's just shrink this down. We don't need this much. I don't mind that though. All right, and I'm thinking, no, we should make plastic its own. I was like, oh, do we put on the other side of the bus that we just put in? But no, we do not. We're also out of regular undergrounds. Let's go fix that. Do we have some of those? We do. There we go. All right. What are you missing? You're missing that. What are you missing? What's going on here? Why are you not giving any to you? Okay, well, I see one problem here. This should go into the box, and then this should pick up from the box. All right. There we go. That's better. And yeah, we've got a few more of those. Let's just leave. Let's just have a full stack. All right. But we are... All right. Some weirdness going on here, but this is going to be our plastic line coming in here. And we're going to need you coming in here. All right, there we go. We are doing it very, very slowly, but surely we're starting to build up something I think is pretty meaningful. We'll get red circuits out of that. We'll get red circuits out of that. Next episode, of course. Next episode, because we're well over time. As always, massive thanks to my patrons. You guys, your support means a lot to me, and yeah, it keeps me motivated to keep going and making the videos that I hope you are enjoying. So, yeah, if you are enjoying it, I'll see you tomorrow.